Almost there.
Someone say hello.
You
That's
are.
Just me. Hi, everyone. How is it? Do you want to angle a little more? Yeah.
All right.
And then here. That's how. That.
I think we're live and
We're live.
and
We're
looking
going.
good. We are
Awesome.
live.
Awesome. Hi, everyone. My name is Ruchi Roy. I'm the co-founder and CEO of AAVRANI, the holistic skincare brand. It's inspired by ancient Indian rituals that are traditionally created with all natural ingredients at home. So I grew up making these formulas as it relates to skincare, hair care, body care, my whole life with my mom in Michigan, with my grandmothers in Kolkata. So AAVRANI has become a creative expression of my Indian American identity and bridging that gap between beauty and wellness that we see here in the US today. So with all natural ingredients and effective skincare, we are really creating the category of holistic skincare and holistic beauty. I have here with me my co-founder and COO, Justin, who's helping me set up in the beginning. Justin will be fielding all the questions in the live chat, so please feel free to ask whatever you want, whenever you want. Justin will let me know at the right time. So, hi, Nancy. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Adele. This is so nice to have everyone's support. So let's get started. I will go ahead and share a little bit about our products. A special fun thing that we're doing today exclusively as part of this YouTube Small Business Day streaming is we have a $10 gift card available on avrani.com. It's the code SMALLBIZLIVE. That's Justin can put it in the chat for you, but you can get $10 off any purchase of $50 or more on our website. So let me get started with telling you a little bit about our brand and our ritual. So as you can see here, actually, yes, I can hold this up. We have 4 main products, and the 4 products were created under the framework of a minimal skincare routine. So what are the ingredients and methods to maintain healthy, glowing skin? That was really all I was concerned with when we were creating these treatments. So the ritual starts off with our hero product. It's the Glow Activating Exfoliator. It's our interpretation of the iconic turmeric mask. So in India, for those of you who don't know, turmeric is an extremely pervasive ingredient. We use it in our skincare, in our personal care, in our cuisine. It's an amazing anti-inflammatory and antiviral powerhouse. It clears blemishes and it prevents new blemishes from forming, and at the same time really activates an immediate glow. A lot of times with skincare, you don't get that instant gratification. And I highly discourage leaning towards an instant gratification because we have to be consistent with our skincare and with our overall pursuit of wellness in order to look and feel healthy all the time. But what turmeric does is activates the blood flow and circulates the blood under the face. You can feel the little bit of tingling from the formula. So this is what it looks like. It's a clay-based mask, and it glides on with a bit of a cooling sensation. I recommend applying it 2 to 3 times a week as a full face mask, or you can use it as a cleanser / scrub if you want to exfoliate with warm water every day. So this is what it looks like upon application, and it takes 5 minutes, just 5, not 10, 5 minutes to dry, harden on the face before it is ready to rinse off with warm water. And you will see an immediate glow from that activated blood, from the turmeric really calming the skin down, from the neem that we have in there that elevates the formula to reduce redness and irritation, and the honey that was added for hydration to make you feel nourished and moisturized once you rinse off the mask without that super taut feeling.
Ruchi, we've got a question.
Please.
So Haley Rovner asks,
yes,
how do you feel about double cleansing?
Great question. So I am a proponent of double cleansing, but I have a caveat around that. So in general, at a higher level, we don't want to be using too many products on our skin. The more products that we use, the more we train our skin to rely on products in order to regenerate cells, to get rid of dead cells. All the natural healing properties that are already innate in our skin become mitigated once we make our skin rely on too many products. So I don't love the idea of double cleansing every day, but I do love the fact that the first oil cleanse really strips out that makeup and disintegrates it. And it's always better to go to bed with a clean face than to have any remnants of debris or makeup remaining, because that's much worse. But if you can find a cleanser that removes the makeup in one go, I would recommend that. And then occasionally following up with a full face mask. Oftentimes I will use the Glow Activating Exfoliator, as I said, 3 times a week after I cleanse, before I moisturize. So thank you, Haley, for that question. I hope that helped. So to continue the ritual, the second product in the 4-step lineup is the Balance Restoring Serum. This is tea tree oil, chamomile flower, and cucumber activated. I'll show you how it works here. I apply 2 to 3 drops in my hand. I'll rub it between my hands to warm up the formula and lightly hug my skin. I'm not going to go over my makeup right now, but just to show you the motions, it really presses into the skin, activates that moisture barrier defense, and has that cool calming effect. I actually use this one twice a day, in the morning and in the evening. And to give you a little bit of background on the ingredients in here, the tea tree oil is such a beautiful ingredient because it's a non-alcoholic alternative to a toner. Typically, toners have antiseptic properties based in the alcohol, but tea tree oil is able to preserve that antiseptic property without any alcohol, which is why this one is particularly good for sensitive skin. Oftentimes we've gotten amazing feedback with people who have rosacea or eczema really loving the serum because they're finally able to use a toner that works for them. And the use of tea tree oil dates back centuries in India. Legends describe lagoons that were surrounded by tea trees, and the fallen leaves would create a natural healing bath in those lagoons. So people would bathe in it for a natural cleanse of their skin all over their bodies. I love it so much. It's such a harmless, gentle product and can be added to any routine before moisturizing. And it's important to do this or apply this before moisturizing because it makes your moisturizer simply work better for you. What it does is it strengthens the moisture barrier so that whatever moisturizer you use afterward can stay preserved in your skin and not evaporate so quickly in the day. You can keep your moisturizer working and hydrating your skin for up to 12 hours with the Balance Restoring Serum.
Ruchi, we got some questions from the people.
Yes, let me know.
So Ariella asks, do you have a favorite product for acne-prone skin? She gets nervous trying something new.
Yes, 100%. Ariella, I've got you with the Glow Activating Exfoliator. Acne-prone skin actually works the best with the exfoliator. It works on all skin types, but let me tell you, if you have oily skin like I do, then you understand how frustrating it can be, especially in the summer as it, comes into your skin and melts your makeup. The Glow Activating Exfoliator is wonderful because it doesn't strip your skin of the natural oil balance that you have. So it doesn't train your skin to constantly be needing to be stripped of that oil, which is typically what happens with skincare products and people with oily skin. They think they need to strip out all the oil all the time. We really just need to get our skin and our sebum back into a natural rhythm. I hope that was helpful.
Awesome. And now we have Haley who asks, what are the healing properties of tea tree oil?
Yes, for sure. So the tea tree oil reduces redness and soothes and calms the skin on a cellular level. As you penetrate the skin, as you press the serum into your skin, the tea tree oil naturally calms it down. And what that does is it prevents the blemishes and the disruptions to your skin that are kind of scheming beneath the surface. It disrupts that by calming them down. And as I said, initiates that moisture barrier preservation so that your skin doesn't overreact or reacts well to your moisturizer and preserves it for a longer period of time. That brings me to the third step in our ritual. This is the softening Hydro Whip. It's coconut oil, rose hip seed, and shea nut based. As you can see, actually maybe not as you can see, but I will show you how quickly it absorbs in the skin. It's super lightweight. And typically, if you're familiar with coconut oil or if you've used it in the past, we use it all the time on our bodies and in our hair in India. It's a messy process. It's not glamorous. It's drippy, it's sticky, it feels heavy, especially in the summertime. So I'm particularly proud of the softening Hydro Whip because we were able to formulate it with all the oil, but without that heavy, greasy feeling. I still wear this in the summer and my pores don't get clogged. And that's a really beautiful thing to be able to access those benefits. Coconuts are full of natural proteins and lactic acid, not just the coconut oil, but the water, the milk. It's all so enriched with nutrients that are amazing for our skin that the use of coconut oil for skin dates back to the BC era. I believe 1500 BC, there's notes in Sanskrit that record the benefits of coconut oil for the mind, body, and spirit. And so it's really special to be able to harness all that power into a daily moisturizer.
We got some questions, Rushi.
Let's go.
And we've got some new watchers as well.
Hello, welcome. If you're just joining, my name is Rushi. I'm the co-founder and CEO of AAVRANI, the holistic skincare brand. We have a special offer today, by the way, with the code SMALLBIZLIVE. You can get $10 off on AAVRANI.com today.
Amazing. And so we have Haley who asks, how long between the balance restoring serum and the softening Hydro Whip should you wait to put on that moisturizer?
I love that question. Thank you for asking that, Haley, because especially nowadays we want to get these things done as soon as possible. We want to save time. We're in a rush. We want to just get it done. But as it relates to the serum, to the moisturizer, it's important that we take that moment to really hug and press the product into our skin. So I would say just the amount of time that takes, up to 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and then the moisturizer is ready to apply. If we do it in a rushed, hurried process, which I'm certainly guilty of and I've done before, we don't enable the products to actually work their best for us because then they're just sort of layered on top of each other and the skin can't penetrate them in order. I hope that was helpful.
Amazing. We've got one more question from Paul. He asks, for acne-prone skin, how often should you use the Glow Activating Exfoliator?
Yes, Paul, great question. I have very oily skin and I use the Glow Activating Exfoliator 3 times a week as a full face mask. So that just means not on successive days. I will use it. We don't want to be over exfoliating our skin. Again, we don't want to train our skin to rely on that to regenerate, but using it incrementally every other day, every 2 days is sufficient to preserve that oil-free look. That brings me to the final step of the ritual. It's the Eye Rejuvenating Elixir. This one is sweet almond oil, rose water, and avocado based. I love this one because it hits close to home. Every time I would go to India in the winter time growing up, my grandmother would massage sweet almond oil onto my knees and elbows where my skin is more pigmented because it's amazing to combat hyperpigmentation. So I thought, why not harness that power of sweet almond oil into an under eye treatment because of the dark circles. So what I did here was I took 1 pump. Here, I'll show again. That's really all you need. And then I like to use my ring finger because it's the weakest on the hand, and the skin under our eyes is the most fragile. So we want to make sure we're not pulling and tugging on that skin that creates even more fine lines and wrinkles. And then we just want to dab lightly. We don't want to be pulling on it. I love using this before I apply my concealer in the morning as well. It prevents it from creasing and cracking during the day. So I've actually replaced my primer with this Eye Rejuvenating Elixir. So there we have it, our 4 ritual steps. And excitingly, just a few weeks ago, we launched the travel discovery set. So now you can get all 4 products in a travel-friendly set for just $49. We just launched this. We want to be able to share the AAVRANI brand and the AAVRANI story with as many people as possible. The benefits of clean, authentic Indian beauty is enormous, and we just can't wait for everyone to be able to enjoy those benefits. In India, women have been passing down these combinations of ingredients and rituals for centuries. Store-bought products were only a recent phenomenon. We always go to household ingredients from the kitchen, like turmeric, rose water, honey, neem. The very things that we use to nourish our bodies from the inside are the same ingredients we can use to make our skin look healthy, glowing, and beautiful.
We've got a question from the crowd.
Let's have it.
So Eva asks, is tea tree oil better for dry or oily skin? And does it even matter?
I'm so glad you asked, does it even matter? Because it does not. It's actually quite agnostic. And the important thing around noting the dry versus oily versus combination, truthfully, that's a lot more marketing than it is reality. What we need to do is just adjust the usage and amount of product that we use based on the oiliness of our skin, but it doesn't actually mean we need to be using different products all the time. And because these are natural ingredients that have been used across such a wide spectrum of women, of course, if you have an extreme skin condition, not claiming that this is going to resolve that, but for that middle 80% chunk of people, it's all about adapting the products and adjusting it to your lifestyle and the way you like to interact with skincare. And one more note on that point, it's not just about the products that you're applying on your face. You need to be pursuing wellness at large in order to look and feel your best. That means drinking enough water, sleeping enough, having a healthy diet. All of these things end up driving how we look and feel a lot more than the products that we apply topically. So a big part of our brand is to encourage that and remind people how holistic the nature of beauty really is.
We've got another question from the audience.
Yes.
Mark says, I've never had a skincare routine before. Where do I start and what's the best product?
Wow. Okay, Mark. So I would say, first and foremost, identify what your skin concern is and if you have one. For those of you who are just starting out in creating your skincare routine, the Glow Activating Exfoliator is a great way to start because it's less committal. You only have to do it as a full face mask 3 times a week in order to see the amazing benefits and in order to maintain that healthy, brightened complexion on a regular basis. It's important to note that our skincare is preventative and all about maintenance. We don't want to be reacting to our skin anymore. The beauty industry wants you to believe that that sense of instant gratification or quick fix is what we need to go to, when in reality, it's the little things that we do every day on a consistent basis that drives the health and glow of our skin.
And Mark is wondering, something to keep the fine lines at bay.
Something to keep the fine lines at bay. That is the Eye Rejuvenating Elixir. It's ultra moisturizing, especially because of the avocado oil and the rose water. It stimulates collagen production and preserves hydration for up to 12 hours. So that's really what we need to be focusing on under our eyes. Our under eyes don't have any oil glands under them, unlike the rest of the skin on our face. So that means that we need to take that extra measure to protect and moisturize the skin under our eyes.
Amazing. And we've got some new people who just joined.
Hello, welcome. If you're just joining, my name is Rushi Roy. I'm the co-founder and CEO of AAVRANI, the holistic skincare brand. I'm joined today by my amazing co-founder, Justin, who's fielding all the questions for me. So please feel free to continue asking. You can shop on AAVRANI.com with a $10 gift card today only, as it relates to this special YouTube partnership with the code SMALLBIZLIVE. So make sure to take advantage of that. We have a brand new ritual discovery set that we just launched for $49. And it has all 4 of our ritual products in travel-friendly sizes, so you can see if it's a good fit for you before you invest all in.
Awesome. We have a question from Moulane TV.
Moulane.
I have dry skin.
Okay.
What's the best choice for me?
So if you have dry skin, I would recommend both the balance restoring serum and the softening hydro whip. I get a lot of questions from people asking about moisturizers because they get frustrated by the various different products they've tried. And what I like to do is ask them what other products they're using beforehand, and rarely are they using a serum. Adding a serum which strengthens the moisture barrier, i.e. makes it so your moisturizer can stay put and preserved on your skin longer, is oftentimes the solution. What happens is when our skin is super dry, it doesn't preserve hydration very long. The moisture barrier is weak. So as great as your moisturizer might be, you apply it in the morning, by noon, it has evaporated. And now you're left with that dry cycle. So by inserting the balance restoring serum before your moisturizer, or in addition to the softening hydro whip, if coconut oil, shea nut, and rose hip sound appealing to you, is my recommendation.
Amazing. We've got some more questions here from live streaming pros. I'm intimidated by skincare. When I look at all the things, I just don't do it. So is there one thing I should focus on for general care and get into the habit?
Yes. Oh, I love that. So I agree. I mean, skincare is becoming increasingly intimidating with all the steps and all the products out there. And that was a big reason why I wanted to minimize our ritual to just 4 products. We don't want to be getting our skin too used to too many products because it'll get dependent on that. So if you're just starting out, I would definitely recommend the Glow Activating Exfoliator. That's our turmeric mask. It's made with neem, honey as well. It's amazing at keeping your complexion even, preventing new blemishes from forming, and combating the blemishes that you already have. You only have to do it 3 times a week, and it's a great way to get started, get in that rhythm and flow of taking care of yourself, and you'll be surprised how much you enjoy it. I have a whole new self-care ritual, I like to call it. It's not just about skincare. It's so much more holistic than that. Coming to that with a sense of intention and presence for yourself nourishes, not just your skin, but your soul on a deeper level. The Glow Activating Exfoliator serves as a great start for you.
Amazing. And GC asks, do you have any suggestions for eczema-prone skin or super sensitive skin?
I'm so glad you asked, because I actually have, for those of you who don't know, very oily, very sensitive skin. So that's actually what got me so interested and intrigued by skincare products and ingredients, because I couldn't really find anything for me. So if you do have eczema, I highly recommend the Balance Restoring Serum and the Softening Hydro Whip. We've gotten amazing reviews on our website. You can check it out from people who have eczema, who continue to suffer from eczema, say how soothing and relieving the Softening Hydro Whip is. I'll show it just one more time. It's this pillowy, soft texture that absorbs super quickly, doesn't feel heavy on the skin, despite being so rich with coconut milk and oil. and preserves that hydration all day.
Amazing. Next, we have Rebecca, who asked, what do you recommend for shrinking pores?
Yes, that I'll have to recommend both the Glow Activating Exfoliator and the Balance Restoring Serum. So when it comes to shrinking pores, the first thing that we need to do is actually exfoliate and clean out those pores. We don't want to shrink them while they're still infiltrated with debris and toxins and bacteria. So the Glow Activating Exfoliator is amazing for that deep cleanse penetration, so you can get everything out and then shrink your pores or minimize the appearance of pores with the Balance Restoring Serum. I have noticed such a significant difference, especially around my nose area, as it relates to my pores, because the tightening and firming effect of the cucumber and the chamomile flowers is incredible. All right, so if you have just joined us, my name is Rushi. I'm the co-founder and CEO of AAVRANI. We are offering a $10 gift card today only in partnership with YouTube with the code SMALLBIZLIVE. You can get $10 off our website on AAVRANI.com. So check it out. We have all 4 products of the AAVRANI Ritual available, as well as our newly launched travel size discovery set. It has all 4 products available in travel friendly sizes, and it makes for a really beautiful gift too. You can use it as a way to test the waters, see if these ingredients work for you and your skin before you invest fully. And I will say to that point, it's important to be consistent with the new skincare you're using. Oftentimes we're enticed by new offerings and new products, so we switch up our skincare frequently. I'm saying this from personal experience. As I was developing this lineup a few years ago, that disruption and transition in products alone is not good for our skin. And that in doing so, we don't get to actually see all the benefits of the products we're using because we're not using them on a consistent basis, or we're swapping in and out. So whatever you choose to do, for those of you who have not dabbled in skincare before either, I would recommend staying consistent with your new routine for at least 6 weeks before you make a call as to whether you want to add more products, swap out products, find better alternatives. If you're not giving it that full consistent 6 weeks, you're not doing yourself that full service by seeing all the benefits that the product could really provide for you.
And Rushi, the people want to know, why did you start AAVRANI?
Good question. So I started AAVRANI because as I had mentioned, I have oily, sensitive skin. I was not finding any products that were working for me. I was spending hundreds of dollars as I was working in finance on anything, all the fancy stuff that I was seeing. But nothing was working. And in fact, it was disrupting my skin even more. So it was really returning to my roots and my heritage and the turmeric masks that I would create growing up that made me think about how to make those formulas and treatments more accessible. Because with the organic nature of the authentic Indian rituals, that process of putting everything together, mixing it up, using a bunch of utensils, turmeric typically stains and gets everywhere. It's a mess. It's not fun. I wanted to be able to harness that power of all the ingredients that I know and love in a way that's modern and fits my lifestyle. And to that end, the Glow Activating Exfoliator, I'm especially proud of because it does not stain the skin. So for those of you who have ever done a DIY turmeric mask, or if you're familiar with doing turmeric masks, they not only leave an orange pigment on your face, but on your fingers, on your nails, on your countertops. Turmeric is a beast in that way. And even at Indian weddings, for example, there's a turmeric ceremony where the bride and groom are blessed with a mix of turmeric, oil, and water as a cleansing ritual before they get married. And in India, oftentimes people will do the haldi or turmeric ceremonies 1 day or 2 days before the wedding because of that stain. They don't want to have that orange pigment on their wedding day, and that'll show up in all the pictures. So how cool is it that we were able to create a turmeric mask that gets you all those benefits, that activates that radiance that's been bubbling beneath the surface without any staining whatsoever. You can do it right before you go out. I love to do it before photo shoot days, of course, before special events. It just gives me that extra confidence because I can notice that immediate glow from when I rinse it off.
Amazing. And then as we're wrapping it up, what is your one piece of advice for anyone interested in skincare, AAVRANI, or anything of that nature?
My one piece of advice. So I would say one piece of advice for anyone doing skincare is be thoughtful and be consistent. So be thoughtful in the ingredients you're applying, in your own skincare concerns. Oftentimes we can see advertisements or other beauty brands saying that they have all these full promises of what they can provide for you, but you need to ask yourself, do I really need that? What is my actual skincare concern? And intentionally purchase and use products in that vein. And then the second level to that is being consistent. This isn't the kind of thing that we can put on and see right away, like color cosmetics. It's more like a diet or an exercise where you have to do a little bit of intentional work every day to see a big difference on a consistent basis. And really, that's how I'm able to preserve healthy looking skin. I mean, obviously, as the co-founder of a skincare brand, my skin is of the utmost importance. I kind of lose a lot of credibility talking to anyone if I have a huge breakout going on. And since using the ritual on a consistent basis, I've been able to become less reactive to my skin and more enjoying the natural, beautiful nature of how the full potential of how my skin can glow.
Amazing. I think those are all the questions, and we're ready to wrap it up.
Amazing. Well, thank you everyone for joining. If you missed it, we have a special going on in partnership with YouTube. You can get $10 off of AAVRANI.com with the code SMALLBIZLIVE. Definitely take advantage of it. We have all 4 of our ritual products that I mentioned, and as of recently have a travel size discovery set available at a lower price point where you can try all 4 products in travel-friendly versions. I hope that was helpful. This was so much fun. Thank you for having me, YouTube, and Ariella, thank you so much for connecting us and making this happen. This was so special. And yeah, I'm so grateful for the opportunity. It was really wonderful connecting with all of you.